Hello YouTube, this is not really a real match, this is sort of an introduction to show a new way of a musket corner strategy versus a melee, especially a buccaneer. And this is not a real match. I already told him to not charge just so I can show everyone my strategy, and we actually did a one versus one before this, and I'll say this, Chris, he's the second best buccaneer in our clan, behind Cedric Callisto. However, and really in some ways he's very distinguished other classes so well, even better than Cedric. And I will say this, there's not a single buccaneer in the game right now that can rush as quickly and as steadily as he does. He does Howland's Charge, Pete Buff, and Barnabas Triton. And then he does Wells Might, and then they all rush and just killed Bonnie and Chantil and hurt me all in one turn. It's amazing, really. It really is. So this is pretty much a fake match. This is just to show you another way of doing the corner strategy. And Chris, he is horrible versus other Buccaneers, which is why, technically in the Buccaneer rankings, he's not in the top 2 or so, because, as far as I've seen, since Ninja Pikmin, Quitter's taking a break, he is the second best, Buccaneer just fighting all around classes. He's horrible versus other Buccaneers, but I've seen him have a whole bunch of big wins, including some wins against My Witch and Quentin, some wins against Alex Deathflame's Squashbuckler in central matches, some wins against very good Musketeers even. It's really impressive how many different wins he's had against tough opponents. And yes, his first character was a witch doctor, which was, it wasn't a bad witch doctor, but it was nothing like his, oops, what am I doing? Not even focusing. Put them in the wrong place, but it's nothing like his Buccaneer. I need to switch places. Good things it's not real match. Focusing too much on the recording. And also, you don't want to place traps here until, the pet comes, or if it doesn't come at all, you're just going to have to do it anyways. You can't wait too long. But if it's possible, just try to wait for the pet to go and come before you start doing all this. But versus most melee, especially a Buccaneer, you're usually not going to have time to do this. So if you see them buffing up, then that's when you just need to bomb. However, mainly against Squashbucklers, this is one usually works for Squashbucklers, because they have to fog, buff, get in position to fog, even do some buffs even before their fog. So you have a lot more time to what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you have a lot more time to prepare against a Squashbuckler than you do against most Buccaneers, but then again, most Buccaneers don't rush that immediately, like Chris does. He just has his own strategy, which works very well. Now the Piper's dead. Oh, be able to, well, not yet. Gosh. And powers aren't showing very well. Yeah, a whole bunch of defense. However, for real match, I don't really want to, actually get rid of any powers. So I need to still pretend like it's a real match, and this is makes it a lot harder to show you what I'm trying to do when the powers don't show correctly. But hopefully it'll still keep showing. Most people get in the corner and then they sort of wait, and sometimes spawn for the people actually charge. But unless they use some really big buffs, like fog and whatnot, then they're most likely just gonna wait out the bombs if you're musket. However, traps are a much better way to start off because they don't have a time limit and they have a lot of damage. You can just set the wall right here. Let's see. Trying to wonder what. I guess I'll actually do this this time. I really wish I could get some more powers here. Okay, in real match, you do not want to delete this against Buccaneer because even Triton can be pretty useful. However, this time I'm just gonna have to delete it. Well, actually, no, that'll fall for now. But I'm really kind of getting angry that I can't find the power cell I want. And I have a lot more traps than gosh, this is kind of hard to show you because my powers are really not showing well at all so far. First you want the Kraken's clothes, so you know, they'll critical a whole lot less. And of course do that. But I have so many more traps, I don't know why they'll show. I have at least 2 more traps. I don't know. Which I need one. Right there, right there. Come on, trap, show. And yeah, but there's Purge, pretty important versus melee. But I'm going to, I actually gave her the fall because it's a little better than the shield. Just because she has 2 spots where she can get attacked from. Chantel only has 1. So Chantel could take the shield. Don't gaze. I don't necessarily want you to gaze this much. Okay, good. Here's a new thing. People do not usually use this, but it's actually pretty helpful. It's actually pretty helpful to block one way of them coming, so they can't really cross out. Come very quickly. Thing is, you don't want to like block off your companions either, so really it's good to start off just doing it probably right here, so it blocks one area of attack. Yes, if you do it right here, it could block off companions, which is not good. So right there is usually pretty good. But really, if that had shown up before those other 2 traps, it actually would have placed one of those 2 side areas there instead of one of the traps. I would have replaced a good trap for that, so then that's pretty much secure, and then place the good traps all. Looks like he's going to charge soon. Darn it. Will at least he'll delay him, I guess. And really, this is a little extreme because 90% of this maybe will not actually let you have this much room, but really, maybe in team battles, if it's a musket, maybe a privateer or something like that, this is still a good plan for that kind of corner strategy. And it just gives you all kinds of different options. If you know how to do this, then it really helps. Apparently he's trying to completely charm himself. And pretty much other than this, there's very little chance that Chris has now. He really should have saved that fortress. But if he had done that, most likely I actually would not have done. But yeah, I most likely would not have done purchase it, and I would have had to save it for Chris. It's still a shame that my powers did not show well at all. There's so much more to show you here. As you'll see in a minute, the thing is, I forgot to tell Bonnie to shoot one of those boxes. But I still got a few more things left here to show you. And of course, gaze again. Come on. Well, I guess they'll keep with me more. time. I did not really want that pet to do that much gaze. Okay, give me that bit for a second. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. And yeah, he pretty much has no chance now. Yeah, I really don't want to do this unfair. Yes, he's most likely not going to get through most of my traps. Yeah, I don't really see how he has a chance now. Goro's almost dead, piece of half health. Yeah, that's pretty unfair. Plus, you already used it before. Yeah. I did not want to be this unfair. Not really the easiest video to make though, because my powers did not show well at all. It looks like he's still in charge. Oops, sorry about that. I actually had to pause that thing. I'm going to do flames here. Do the barrel. Do the buff. And as I said, this would pretty much never happen in a real 1v1. However, you pretty much get the main steps and everything. And it's just a little bit different. I mean, not much different, but you still got the bombs, the flames, rapier, the same companions, and all that. It's just, you know, you don't have to use time limit things. And then be all frustrated because then they just stay back way out the bombs, and then once they rush, you have nothing left. So, you just sort of have a new way to kind of prepare for that. Yeah, I probably should have put knockback bombs there and then flames then. Oh well. Yeah, they're not ever gonna make it through anything. Once again, this is not a real match at all. I didn't want it to be this completely one-sided. Because, yeah, this is pretty bad. But it still shows the steps more or less, and it's a little bit different style of a corner strategy for a musket. And also, one thing that a lot of muskets do, it's kind of your choice, but I kind of like saving the super strikes for when the person actually charges. Because really, once you do super, then you just heal, and then you're just one less super. But if you actually leave it for later, you have pretty much 3 super attacks for the main part of the battle. They can't heal, they just have to sort of take it, and it kind of helps take out companions for the most important part of the battle. But I mean, not all people do it. Most people just use them as snipers, but it's just kind of a new plan that I like. Surprised she's not critical with those 2 buffs. Though, well, Barnabas is dead either way. Well, he's actually able to get 1 flame out of the way. The death one even still stayed. This is such an unfair match. But it's so sad, we actually did a match 5 minutes before I started this one, and he did that rush on the literal 2nd turn thing, and he just killed me very easily. Yeah, nothing really to do. Just to do something, I guess. I'll just do this and see if maybe I can even win with all companions in full health. That would be pretty funny. But nah, I don't think they'll do quite that much. I don't know where I cracked my bed. Oh well. Yeah, there's absolutely no way that any kind of bug at this point could win. But I hope y'all still get the basic idea of this a little bit different of a match. And this does not look very useful, but when they charge, they always usually will try to go 2 on Bonnie. Well, actually, what they'll do is, what Chris does anyways is he'll charge Rat. Barnabas will get blocked, but then Pete will charge to this side, to the left side with Bonnie, and then Goro will charge onto the in between the Bonnie and Rat spot, which both of them will get through because Barnabas blocked the way for him, and then Bonnie dies, and that at least blocks one way, so they'll still attack Chancel, but it's sort of like one-sided kind of. Come on, knockback bomb. Oop, I didn't have knockback bomb there. Oops. Thought I did. Guess not. And now for the finishing kill. So that sort of shows the steps. You know, you couldn't really see it as clearly as I hoped you would. My part's not show and everything, but still, it's just a little bit of a different style for musket 1 versus melee buccaneers or swashbucklers. Just kind of give a new perspective.